go. Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I am going to talk about my October TBR. And I have a couple. What the heck is going on with my hair? Anyway, that's where I brushed it. But yeah. So I'm currently reading The Well of Darkness, which is a game book. And I'm reading this slowly, so yeah, still quite close to the beginning. This is a game book, a role-playing game book that kind of delves into the, I guess, darkness, like vampires, werewolves, and other supernatural creatures. And I'm in between chapters, which I really love. In this, between chapters, there are like excerpts or a story and a picture, and it's really cool to read those and get more ideas on how you want to do your game and stuff. So I'm reading this because I want to run a World of Darkness game. It's going to be a tabletop, so yeah. The next book I'm currently reading is The Heartbreaker. I am a little way through. Of course, this is about Tia. I love this book so much. It's about a girl who finds out that she's a bone witch, so that means she can raise people from the dead. And she is told in alternate perspectives. So there's the past, or the future, and then the past. So she's telling this bard her story, and yes, and I'm super excited to. I'm highlighting some stuff, and I love it so much. I'm super excited. There's also some interesting things that he does throughout this series, or the first book and the second book, that's like questionably like, oh my gosh, this is where she's gonna go mad, and it's so awesome. So I love this book right now. I'm on the second book right now, which is called The Heartbreaker, which is primarily about Kaelin. If you haven't read about Lord Kaelin, and I love him. His character is amazing. Love him. Anyway, back to my TBR. So I am going to be reading, the next book I'm going to be reading is The Curious Incident in the Dog in the Nighttime. This is by Mike Haddon, and this is a standalone novel. This one, in the back, it says, Christopher John Francis Byrne knows all about the countries in the world and their capitals and every prime number up to 7,057. Okay. He relates well to animals, but has no understanding of human emotions. He cannot stand to be touched, and he detests the color yellow. And of course, there's a yellow car right there, and so cool. I don't know, like the way they write it, I think it's cool. The improbable story of Christopher's quest to investigate the suspicious death of a neighbor's dog makes for one of the most captivating, unusual, and widely heralded novel in recent years. So I'm excited to read this. This one was from, I believe this one was on the PBS book, most books, greatest books to read list. Yeah, so I'm excited to read this one. And of course, it starts off at like the prime numbers, like that's 2, and then we have 3, and I'm super excited to read this because it's got pictures in it and graphs and different stuff, and I'm really excited to read that. The next book I'm going to be reading is a sequel. The sequel of The Silver Eyes. This is Five Nights at Freddy's The Twisted One by Scott Cawthorn and Carrie breed Wrisley. The first one I do have a review on. I will link it in the cards and down below. But this one is about a girl named Charlie, and she gets a call to go back to her hometown, and like she notices this, Fazbear pizza, and they go inside, and yeah, it does have a little bit of spooky stuff, but it's not really like, I don't know, it's not really that scary. I didn't really particularly enjoy it, but hopefully I will enjoy the second one. I love the covers on these, especially like the first one. If you can see, the first one's so cool. I don't want to hide the text. So it's just really cool covers. I love the covers, and if you guys played the games, then I love the games too. I think they're like more eerie and more good for like jump scares type, instead of like, I don't know, the storyline is very like out there. But yeah, and I have watched Matt Pat's theories about Five Nights at Freddy's as a whole. Be sure to watch his video series about that. It is amazing. And then I also want to collect the short stories, because I want to read the short stories so bad. It looks like so good. It's something that I would really love, because the novels to me aren't really that scary. So I'm looking for like freaky. Anyway, the next book I'm planning to read is Horrid by Katrina Leno. This, what is this synopsis? Is this brief mental illness or something more horrid? Following her father's death, Jane North Robinson and her mom, Ruth Ellen, moved from sunny California to a dreary, dilapidated old house in Maine, where Ruth grew up. All they want is a fresh start, but behind North Manor's door lurks a history that leaves them feeling more alone and more tortured. As the cold New England autumn arrives and Jane settles into a new home, she finds solace in old books and memories of her dad. She stealthily begins making friends, but Jane also faces bullying from the residents of that Stieg, and struggles to tap down her own worst nature in response. Ruth seems to be spiraling with the return of her childhood home, but she won't reveal why. Then Jane discovers that the storage room Ruth has kept locked isn't for storage at all. It's the little girl's bedroom, left untouched for years, not as quite as empty or uninhabited as it appears. Ooh, I love it. So this is kind of based on the poem of There Was a Little Girl by Henry Radworth Longfellow, which I love him so much. He is my favorite poet. And the poem goes like this. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And when she was good, she was very, very good. But when she was bad, she was horrid. Love that. And there is the art print that, and I received this book from Owl Crate. I bought it for my birthday last year. It's so beautiful, but I kind of wish the flowers on the back and the side would match the flowers on the front. It's so pretty. And of course, on the inside, which is my favorite, the inside is my favorite, which has a art print, and it's amazing. I love this so much. So, yes. I don't know why I'm showing you that. Also, she has a book. I don't know what it is, so I didn't realize the main character has a book. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I love it. Oops, wrong way. Okay. Also, this is also a signed book. So, hello, and if I love this book, I'm definitely keeping it. So, yes. The next book I'm going to be reading is Serpent and Dove, and this is kind of a witchy book. I don't really have the book with me, but I'm going to be reading it for a vlog, hopefully. So yes, if you guys have read Serpent and Dove, just comment down below if you liked it, didn't like it, whatever, that kind of stuff. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larson. And this is the second book that follows Lisbeth Salander and Michael Blokowicz. So yes, and this is the mystery. The first one is the girl with the dragon tattoo, and I really loved that one. It was super eerie and dark. This one's supposed to be really darker, and yes, I am super excited. This is a mystery. It is a chunker of a book that I will persevere through it. Okay, the next book I'm going to read is Dark Shimmer. This is by Donna Napoleon or Napoli. I don't know how to pronounce anything. This says, once upon a time, evil began in innocence. And it's got a cracked mirror. On the back, it has like this excerpt. I'll be your mirror. Ask me what you look like. I don't look directly into mirrors, I say. Why not? Bianca asked. I shrugged. They show what I don't want to see. I'll be a good mirror, says Bianca. Go on, ask me what you look like. What do I look like? I whisper. A fuzzy head. Hands are pink. Hands with pink fingers. I see what you are, I swallow. And what's that? Treasure. I found you. Somewhere outside I hear horns blow. What a strange and lovely thing, this dream of mine. And the synopsis says, Dulce is a monster, a giant freak. Dulce is a princess. She walks like royalty until dark shimmers make her fall. Dulce is a mama. She has found her true family. Dulce is beautiful, but beauty can't hide the monster inside. Dulce is the wicked one. In this haunting and irresistible story, award-winning author Donna Napoli explores belonging, beauty, and how love can transform us. And I'm super excited. I think this is like a retelling of like a fairy tale. It has some fairy tale vibes, which I love, but it's also dark. Really, really dark. Like, I love that. Then we have Danielle Witch, which is a witch type of a book. And this is also a special edition. So pretty, like with the tree and stuff. And then on the front cover has a foil print, I guess, artwork on the spine. And of course it has like the wind pages, which is so cool. Like, anything the wind blows doesn't really matter. Anyway, The New Witch is only an old story told to frighten children. If the wind calls at night, you must not listen. The wind is lovely and always looking for company. There are no strangers in the town of here. These are the truths Alexia has heard all her life. But when an actual stranger, a boy who seems to feel fade like smoke, appears outside her home on the moor at night, She knows that at least one of these sayings is no longer true. The next night, the children of Nair start disappearing from their bed, and the mysterious boy falls under suspicion. As the hunt for the children intensifies, so does Lexi's need to know about the witch that just might be more than a bedtime story. About the wind that seems to speak through the walls at night, and about the history of this nameless boy. Part fairy tale, part love story, V.E. Schwab's debut novel is entirely original, yet arcane familiar. A song you've heard long ago, a whisper carried by the wind, and a dream you won't soon forget. So really excited. I have read her Vicious and her Shades of Magic series, which is really excellent. So I'm really excited to start this one and read it, and I'm really excited. It's about witches. Come on now. Well, we love that. Then the next book I'm planning on reading is The Cabin, and this is by Natasha Preston, and she wrote this on Wattpad. The synopsis says, they think they're invisible. They think they can do and say whatever they want. They think there are no consequences. They've left me no choice. It's time to pay for them to pay for their sins. A weekend party at a remote cabin is just what Mackenzie needs. She can't wait to let loose with her friends, but a crazy night of fun leaves two of them dead, murders, with no sign of a forced entry or struggle. Suspicion turns to the 5 survivors. Someone isn't telling the truth, and Mackenzie's first mistake, assuming the killing is over. So really excited to read this. It takes place in a cabin, and I have not read any of these, the Stella or Awake. Definitely will check that out if I really enjoy this and stuff, because I like, yeah, if I do. The next book is another thriller called The Chemist by Stephenie Meyer. Love this simplistic cover. It's got a shot. I don't believe this is signed. It might be though. Nope. I don't think it is. Nope. In this gripping page turner, an ex-agent on the run from her former employees must take one more case to clear her name and save her life. She used to work for the U.S. government, but very few people ever know that. An expert in her field, she was one of the darkest secrets of an agency, so closeted that it doesn't even have a name. And when they decided she was a liability, they came for her without warning. Now she rarely stays in the same place or uses the same name for long. They've killed the only other person she trusted, but somehow she still knows. But something she knows still poses a threat. They want her dead, and soon. When her former handler offers her a way out, she realizes it's her only chance to erase the giant target on her back. But it means taking one last job for her ex-employees. To her horror, the information she acquires makes her situation even more dangerous. Resolving to meet the threat head-on, she prepares for the toughest fight of her life, but finds herself falling for a man who can only complicate her likelihood of survival. As she sees her choices being rapidly wildered down, she must apply her unique talents in ways she never dreamed of. In this tautly plotted novel, Stephenie Meyer creates a fierce and fascinating new heroine with a very specialized skill set, and she shows once again why she is one of the world's best-selling authors. Really excited to read this, and I have read Twilight, but I didn't really enjoy that, like the series, I am planning on reading the third book and the fourth book because I've read the first two, but I have read them before and I just wanted to reread them because to see if they're still like really good so I can keep them. But yeah, this one I'm excited for because it's like a chase scene type of thing. Then we have The Dead House by Dawn Kurtagich. So excited about this one as well. Let's read the synopsis. Welcome to The Dead House. 3 students. Yeah. Why? This one says, I am real. I exist. They won't kill me, crossed out. Send me away. And then on the bottom, it has Carly gets the day, Caitlin has the night. That's the original hardcover. It's so pretty. I love it. It says, welcome to the Dead House. 3 students dead. Carly Johnson vanished without a trace. 2 decades have passed since an inferno swept through Elbridge High, claiming the lives of 3 teenagers, causing 1 student, Carly Johnson, to disappear. The main suspect is Caitlin, the girl of nowhere. Caitlin's diary is discovered in the ruins of Elbridge High, reveals the thoughts of a disturbed mind. Its charted pages tell a sinister version of events that took place that tragic night. And the girl of nowhere is caught in the center of it all. But many claim Caitlin doesn't exist, and in a way, she doesn't, because she is the alter ego of Carly Johnson. Carly gets the day, Caitlin has the night. It's during the night, that a mystery surrounding the Dead House unravels, and a dark, twisted magic ruins the lives of each student that dare touches it. Debut author Dawn Kurtagich masterfully weaves together a thrilling, terrifying story using psych reports, witness testimonies, video footage, and the discovered diary. As the mystery grows, the horrifying truth about what happened that night unfolds. And of course, this one is so cool. It does have like little articles and really fun like pictures behind the pages. Oh, I am so excited to read this. And I wanted to read The Trees Are Watching Me, I think. I have that one, and I want to get all her books. Like, they just sound so up my alley. The next book I'm going to be reading is Looking for Alaska. Before Miles Pudge Halter's whole experience had been one big non-event, and his obsession with the famous last words have only made him crave the great perhaps. Frances Rabelais, poet, even one. He heads off to the sometimes crazy, possibly unstable, and anything but boring world of Culver Creek boarding school, and his life becomes the opposite of safe. Because down the hall is Alaska Young, the gorgeous, clever, funny, sexy, self-destructive, screwed up, and utterly fascinating Alaska Young, who is an event unto herself. She pulls Pudge into her world, launches him into the great perhaps, and steals his heart. After, nothing is ever the same. So really excited to read this. It has gotten a publisher award. So excited. The next book that I'm planning on reading is Rot in Ruin by Jonathan Maberry. And this one's really cool. So you have normal eye, normal green eye, and red zombie. This one says Benny Imura couldn't hold a job, so he took to killing. In the zombie-infested world, Benny has grown up. Teenagers must work once they turn 15 or they'll lose their food rations. Benny isn't interested in taking on the family business, but he reluctantly agrees to train as a zombie killer with his boring big brother Tom. He expects a dull job whacking zombies for cash. What he discovers is a vocation that will teach him what it really means to be human. As his worldview is challenged again and again by the lessons he learns from Tom, Benny is forced to confront another horrifying reality. Sometimes the most terrible monsters aren't human. Critically acclaimed author Jonathan Maberry crafts a terrifying future vision of zombie apocalypse brought to life through the rich emotional struggles of a teenager trying to find his place in the tremendous new world. This is the first book. There's some other books on the back. So really, really cool. So I'm really excited to read this one about zombies. I love zombies, and yeah, I'm excited. And then the next book is the Monk the Merciless 2, which is the exorcism of Sophia Flores. And this is about Sophia, I believe, and the first book is kind of her coming to this new school, and then it's like Mean Girls versus The Exorcist. That's how I can describe it, because it's like super scary, and it's weird too. Like it has like one part where the girl like twirls her hair. There's one girl that twirls her hair so tight that it falls off. So she's like bald at the end, and it's so creepy. But like the way it's written and stuff is so creepy. So yes, but I'm really excited to read this. I have read the first chapter and really enjoyed it. So super excited to continue. Then I have two other books that I'm going to read. There Are Monsters Here by Cameron Shanty, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this one is just a short story, I believe. And yeah, I'm excited to read his work because I'm a big fan of him on YouTube. Link down below to his YouTube channel as well. And then another one I am excited I'm going to be reading is The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd, and I'm super excited to read that one. That one is kind of like a mystery horror as well, and it's kind of a retelling of like a classic Frankenstein. I think it's a Frankenstein or something. But I'm excited. I'm excited to read all these books. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for staying and watching this whole video. If you did, that is great. That helps me a lot in my channel. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. I do post videos, but I'm trying to get out like food in my freaking, what is this? Bloody type. Anyway, I don't know. That was random. Anyway, subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Click the thumbs up button. If you made it all the way through your video, thank you so much. And comment down below some of your favorite horror movies or tropes. I make videos sporadically because I am not on a schedule, but make sure to keep that bell notified, because then you will be notified of a new video, and I will get back to you later. Bye bye.